are here for a session because of our children's mental health.
Purchase your tracks today.
Question 1. My children know when I am angry than when I am broke. My child knows when I am angry than when I am broke. Do you agree or disagree?
As a parent, we cannot show our brokenness to our child, because if you are showing to your like me, I have a daughter. If I am showing my daughter broke, it's like she's not been put up in the house because say my dad is broke. I just do my best to show my daughter something okay.
At this point, we all agree that our children speak when we are angry than when we do not have money. That our emotions to them are more much speaking than how our pockets are. But what do? We keep looking for money, thinking that is all they want in this life. Children makes you no more apparent that owning an oven makes you a baker. What that statement means that you can have an oven, but you are not a baker. Are we together? That you can have a child, but that does not necessarily make you one.
Tracks today.
So parenting is intentional. That we have to be intentional to parent. That the fact that I have a child in grade 6 or in grade 5 doesn't make me a parent until I am intentional. Just like someone who can own an oven, but they have nothing to do with baking. As a parent, you ought to recognize that the most important calling and challenge, look at this, the most important what? Calling and challenge is raising your children. You remember question 1, your kids can pick when you're angry than when you are broke. So they don't matter how much money dad has, but they matter how much time dad spends with us. That parenting is a calling, yet a challenge that it's a privilege that God has given us as parents to be parents. So what you are and what you do and what you say. Look, we start at what you are. Who you are as a parent. What do you model? From age 0 to around age 12. Children learn by looking, seeing. That's why you have pictures. They see. And as a parent, you can be preaching something else and doing something else. You can tell them, love your neighbor, but you don't love your wife, and you don't love your husband. They are picking that they are picking you to tell them love your friend.
Purchase your tracks today.
They learn who you are than what you tell them to do. When you throw tantrums and all that, they also are seeing. No wonder our children are a replica of who we are. Calling and a challenge for them, who we are, who are you becoming, is important than even what you do or what you say. And that daily, day in and day out, shapes our children. It shapes who they want to be. Actually, in psychology, we say what cannot be told to the mother cannot be told to the
Purchase
other.
your tracks today.
That to mean, and I know some of your children are transiting to early adolescence, right? And some wamefika up already, sindo? So if you have not modeled an opportunity for them to communicate easily with you, they will never communicate. When they get to teenagehood and they are being lured to other groups, homosexuality and all that, they will never share, because all through you have modeled a type of communication where it's you speaking and them listening. It's you yelling at them and them being quiet. And at times the yelling that we do, we are actually projecting our own issues to them. It's no well. You had a rough day at work, things did not go well, business did not pick up, and what you do is yell at this innocent boy who comes home and tells, the boy is just wanting to have time with the mom. very quickly, these are the basics of a child's mental health. And a good speaker does not finish their teaching so that they are called another time. So, but I hope I'll be able to just help you as much, all right? Or even create insight. So, the one thing your child needs is unconditional positive regard. That they want you to be there for them. It doesn't matter whether they came unexpectedly. It doesn't matter whether you had said, I'm not getting another one. And then this one, kaboom, kakatokea. It wasn't their fault. They want unconditional love. It doesn't matter whether the father ran away and left you to take care of the child alone. They need unconditional positive regard. Love them unconditionally. Whether they are not good in school, whether they are doing below average, they need that because that helps them grow. That helps them be bold and be able to tackle life issues as they grow up. Number 2 is they need you to nurture their self-confidence. How many times do you clap for your child, praise them, tell them well done, than the times you tell them, achana na hiyo, that was bad girl. How many times do you praise them? Clap for them and tell them this was good. I know you washed dishes, but it didn't come out well, but you can do better. And of course, at this stage, they are learning responsibilities, washing their clothes and all those small duties. How many times do you clap to them and tell them congratulations, keep doing, I know you can do this better, than yelling at them and telling them, unajua nalipa pesa ngapi shuleni, mtoto hatajui ni pesa ngapi shuleni. Actually, at this age, they don't know what's the difference between 10,000 and 1,000 bo. They just know it is money.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hawajui. They need play with you and also play with the other children. And that's why we asked about the 2 hours. The 2 hours is when you observe when your child is not okay. You can observe that your child has had a rough day when you are out with them in the evening, right? Not you on the phone and telling them, you on any cocomelon, no, you are there having conversation. That's when you can pick that this child, and even when you're talking about child abuse, you're able to pick such issues when you are with them. A child who has been abused, let's say sexually abused, they won't look at you at the eyes because, for example, if it's a father, because they feel like this one looks like the abuser, so you will see them not looking at you. But you can't pick that when you are on your phone with mguu juu ya meza. Okay, it's not bad kuweka mguu juu ya meza, but the issue here is, do you have time with your child? And then we talked about encourage praise. I've talked about safe and secure environment. Children need to be secure. They need to know when we are playing, we are not scared. So appropriate guidance and discipline. A very important thing is at this age, at age 11, age 10, age 12, still children start questioning why rules are set. I know, if you are very honest, kuna mtoto ashakuuliza, "Mom, lazima tuende church." Wangapi wameulizwa hivyo? Like, is it a must we go to church? Or to the mosque if you go to the mosque? Or even they ask, where is this God? Wangapi wameuliza Mungu ako wapi, anakula wapi breakfast? As parents, we play around that. But children do not leave gaps. They go find answers elsewhere. They find answers elsewhere. So, as a parent, it's your role at this event time. Get information, get to know what is happening in their world. Get to understand that and be a reliable source of information. Let them know that they can come to mom and mom will give me a reliable source of information that is true. And here are the parenting styles by one psychologist called Diana. And he has grouped the parenting styles into 4. So on this axis is responsiveness, on this other axis is demandingness. Responsiveness is how do you respond to your child? How warm and calm are you to your child? And this side is how demandingness. Do you set rules for them? Do you demand something from them? And the first quadrant is permissive parenting. Permissive parenting is your child has their way. It's either their way or no way at all. And I know at times we overcompensate. Sindio? Mimi niliteseka, mimi mamangu alinipiga, mimi mtoto wangu nitataka alelelewe tu vizuri. Na tumelea tu mayai vizuri. So that akikwambia I'm not going to school, I want to go to Uncle Nani's place. You're like, okay daddy, whatever you want, you get. Hao ni wale wakikuwa wakubwa, they can't keep a job because boss amemwambia amechelewa. Jumama hajai mkelelesha, sema unanikelelesha nini wewe? And they're out. Permissive parenting. It's the child's way any other time. So this is child-driven. And then there is neglectful. Neglectful is absentee. You know, you do not respond to their needs, and you also do not set rules for them. So you are not there. And one way to know a child that is neglectful, a parent that is neglectful, Mwalimu, is when the child comes to school and they have the same socks za jana, they are unkempt, you know, huko nyumbani kuna shida. So no, the parent is not there. And then there is authoritarian. Authoritarian is how you are brought up, you know, with the millennials and the other generations. You know, yes, hapo ilikuwa ni it's either the parents' way or the highway. Yeah, right, we got it. So that was it. But there is the beautiful one, which is authoritative. Authoritative is where you have open communication with your child. Your child understands why mom goes to church, because this and this. Your child understands why you have told them not to play with certain neighbors. It is a communication. They can open up to you, and you can listen. Listen and listen empathetically, putting yourself in their shoe. A few suggestions even as we wrap it up. If you have a question, just note it down. We will run through it. So a few suggestions here. Of course, warning signs that your child might be having issues is decline in school performance, regular worry and anxiety, repeated refusal to go to school, tantrums, frequent tantrums, persistent nightmares, anaamka kwa shimo yenye haiishi, you know, every other time, and depression, sadness, lack of interest in play. Those are some of the signs. But here are suggestions that I have for all of us. That one, be present. Parents, we can agree that as much as we are busy trying to finance the finance bill, we can do what? Create time. I know we are busy trying to do a number of things, but we can at least try to be present. You can say no to some invitations so that you can just be with your kids. Two is model and encourage open communication. You have said children pick a lot from what they see than what you even say. So model what you want, what they want them to be. If you want them to be responsible fathers in future, you want them to be responsible mothers in future, model that at this age. If you want them to be loving and to be confident, model that at home. And then listen more and talk less. But African parents, it can be trouble telling them to listen more and talk less, because we are used to talking, and then at times you tell them, end up unyamaze. You know, you are torturing that child. If you tell them to go to their room and be quiet, that is not how a child can be. A child should be there, I know, but we torture them and tell them, nyamaza. So as a parent, listen more, get to listen to what they communicate, but also just by observation. And then set rules. You have said that rules are important for them. Don't leave them to just come in and go out anytime. Rules show that you are caring, but also let them be reasonable rules. Let them be part of the rules. And then we have said be a reliable source of information. And lastly, introduce them to role models. At grade 5, grade 6, they are already thinking about career in some way. They are already fascinated with a number of issues. So introduce them to role models. You get someone that can work with them. If it's a boy, let them know someone. It can be their uncle, it can be someone else, it can be their teacher, it can be me here. Just let them know that there's someone they can open up to. It helps you to even co-parent. It looks like co-parenting in some way. Role models will be able to pick out, Mama Nani, this boy is going through this. Your girl is going through this. And they'll be able to help you through that. Thank you so much, Mr. Nani. So, yes, I am. So, my take home, this one is my take home. My question, it comes in a question. When was the last time you had a conversation about being the parent you want to be? When was the last time you had a conversation about being the parent you want to be? Not the parent someone else wants you to be, but yourself want to be. I want you to go and have this conversation, either with your friend or either with your spouse. Have this conversation that how do you want to bring out Ryan if Ryan is your child? How do you want to bring out Lemuel if Lemuel is your child? So have this conversation, the parent that you want to be. But you have said, remember, Parenting is a challenge, but yet a calling that God has given unto us. And I wouldn't want any of us to find yourself in a bad place where you're like, I wish I would have done better. I wish I would have spent time. Because as they say, regrets come later, and at times you may not be able to do that. Thank you for your time.